No, it's not my fault. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. Now the stream can hear us. Wait, they can hear me. They probably can't hear y'all. Nope. 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 Nope.
Assume they just
No.
right?
No.
The saddest of days.
No, it's almost a bit now. It has to.
Right,
be.
you
guess
just have to
It's
play
every
everyone. That's
every
fine.
game.
I
Oh,
swear. All right, it's working. I swear it's not my fault. I didn't do anything. I just assumed that OBS and wavelength and everything just worked together in perfect
No.
harmony, and everything was
No.
going to be okay, and it was going to be all right. But of course it wasn't. After 4 months, we're finally back on Ignite Recall. Hi, everyone.
Oh my God, it's been
I'm
4
just going to
months.
commit to the bit.
4
Every
months.
single time we come back, tech problems, and it'll be all my fault as usual. I hope you all having a wonderful time. Cast, are you excited to play? It's been a while. Yeah?
It's been a while.
Of course.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Feels
I've
good.
been waiting.
It's been a while.
I'll be here waiting.
Waiting.
This is the musical episode.
Just had to dust it off again.
Karaoke again.
I am ready.
Oh yeah, I was
We
gonna
all-
say karaoke together does happen a
Karaoke.
lot. So you never.
Oh
know.
hell yeah!
It does.
If this
Chat.
is your first time watching us, you can catch up on our YouTube, youtube.com/MagicRPG. But honestly, you won't really need it. Things will be contextualized, and it's a little bit of a soft reset for where the story was. A lot of plot lines. Thank you for the subs and resubs before we even came on, everyone. That was very much appreciated.
Thank you so much.
It's kind of a soft reset of the story. There is going to be a lot of stuff that's happening, but there's also a lot of new stuff that the players are going to have to rediscover all over again. Just when they think they've, got a read on everything, we just, throw a wrench into the works and make it so that no one knows what's happening anymore. So it's great. But you can catch up on our YouTube.
Why would you do that?
Because we need mystery, suspense. You can't have all the answers at once, then it wouldn't be a good story. Stories about tension and trauma.
Or it could be cute.
Or it
And
just could be
fun.
nice.
Or
What
it could
about-
be ooh-boos.
It could be about romance and watermelons.
Yeah,
it's
It could be
all-
about watermelons.
It's about all of these things and more. And it'll be great. I had a little bit of new artwork come from the Momobee, and if you would like to support the Momobee and all of the other artists on this channel, you can donate to the channel. I think, what is it? Ignite Tips is the.
I already got it. It's in chat.
We got it in chat.
Good job, Mandy.
Do we get the Discord?
Oh yes.
Oh yeah, I got it.
Yes.
Did we get the
and
content
Mandy
warning?
got everything.
Did we get a content warning?
just spamming it all in chat.
None needed
Oh
this
yeah, I
time.
guess we should.
right?
We
None
should
needed?
get a
Wait, no,
content
I
warning.
don't worry, I got you. This season 3 premiere of Ignite Recall contains scenes of extreme stunts performed in a TTRPG. Do not try any of what you're about to see here at home. Seriously, it'll break your fucking heart.
Yeah, I don't think there's any big content warnings for this episode. Maybe
never know.
kidnapping. Yeah, that's not usually a trigger for some people, but it might be. If you don't like kidnapping, watch at your own pace. This one might have kidnapping. We'll see. And if you would like to join our community and see, let's see, a good half of the people on the screen have been knee-deep in Dune Awakening for the past 5 days, and you want to talk to us about that. And if you want the server info so that you can join us, you can join our Discord at discord.gg/magicrpg. After we do Stars and Wishes after this show, I'll be jumping in and flying my ornithopter to do.
Yeah, I probably will as well.
It's a lot of fun. But I really missed this show. Watching season 2 of Andor really got me cooking on this show again and wanting to make sure we wrapped up the story in a nice little bow. So I'm really excited for this final season where there will be heartbreak and then there will be winning. Because I think it's time I told a story with a happy ending. Don't all of you? That'll be a first for me, won't it?
Frank,
Yes,
do you
we-
do that?
Blake's had
Do you know
such a
how-
happy ending.
Do you know
Yeah,
how to
you
do that?
Are you
Maybe.
all? Let's see. Yeah, Arise
I
of the
was happy with
Conduit,
Blade's ending.
Melancholy, Eclipse Hearts, depressing
Fucking
AF,
tragic.
tragic,
Fucking
Armored Hearts,
tragic.
melancholic and tragic. This
Okay.
we're doing a little bit better. I guess the one shot had a good ending. Everyone
Yeah, the
became
pirate
corrupt.
one shot. Everybody got
Oh
laid.
yeah, everyone got
Yeah.
laid
Big
in the pirate
fucking.
one shot, and then in the Cyber plus Punk one shot, everyone ended up rich but corrupt. So it's a wash, I guess. I don't know.
Yay!
But to be fair, we've managed to keep casts intact and alive.
True.
True.
All right, everyone excited? Ready for some Ignite Recall?
Lock in
Yes.
chat.
Ready.
Lock
Crunch the times, me
in.
captain.
Yay.
Yo.
Yo, chat, are we cooked?
We cooked chat.
No.
It's over.
Yo, chat,
Us?
cook this
Cooked?
cast.
It's over.
No. We're never cooked.
We begin on Ismisa's ship as you are flying back to your now fully built and operational secret base hidden away on a remote planet built into the remains of a large cavern. And we have Red returning from a mission well done. Red, what was the small job that you two did together this last week?
It was a little bit of sabotage against our good old friends. It was a small took out a small ship or fleet of ships. You know, nothing too high key, but yeah, job well done. As Misa as always killed it, and we're just kind of trying to expand the remnants, our new splinter cell of our group.
We cut to Indigo, hunched over in his laboratory in a hollowed out section of your base. Indigo, what kind of schematics are you looking over?
Just some work on the source, some hypotheses, some theories, some different ways we could tweak it in order to get an outcome that could change the whole universe.
We go across to the library that you all have assembled. Actual physical books. And we see Pink checking in on her sister, as her sister has decided to adopt the job of being the librarian in your base. What have you and your sister been up to, Pink, for the last few weeks?
I think really just getting to know each other again, catching up on lost time and filling in. Well, I guess there's no gaps now because I have my memory back. But yeah, just researching together, going through all of the materials that we have, the information we have, any databases and things like that, in particular to my research on our artifacts.
And walking in just then with a plate full of coffee is your boyfriend, Green. Green, what have you been doing in your spare time? Presumably with your girlfriend and her sister.
Oddly enough, he's been doing quite a bit of work putting this library together. He rearranged the shelves, built them up tall, reinforced ladders, everything you could possibly need. A Dewey Decimal system, as we are so lucky to have, with coffee deliveries in between and personal acquisitions on the side. Don't worry about it.
Switch the background a little bit more like home. And finally, we come to Blue. Getting dressed, as I believe you have a big day coming up. Blue, what
That I
have you
do.
been- What have you been up to the past few weeks? And what are you getting ready for today?
Well, there's lots of work to be done, the little kind of work when you start a rebellion, like, uh, all the people that need to be rehomed. A lot of places were destroyed, and more often than not, a lot of those little people get overlooked. So she's been rehoming a lot of the refugees that they rescued from their last mission. And on the side, been planning a very special day. Her wedding with Victor.
And your mother, River, knocks on the door to your room, looks at you, sees you dolled up and pretty, just kind of smiles, starts fixing some of your jewelry, and drops a little, I don't know if I'd call it a vial, I think more like a bowl, ceremonial bowl, and just kind of leaves it in front of you. Says, usually it's a bit fuller, but, well, I suppose we can dispense with tradition a little bit to make you happy.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Don't think he can exactly produce this kind of stuff, you know?
No. Squishy humans.
Yeah.
And we cut back to Ismisa and Red hopping out of the ship. Ismisa looks, says, well, Red, got some errands I need to run before I meet you at the ceremony later.
What kind of errands? Anything fun?
Just preparing some things.
You know, Blue doesn't like surprises, so hope you're not planning anything too big.
No, this is not for real after the wedding. We gotta get ready for the next trip out, you know?
Okay.
Fast turnaround time.
Of course. Well, be safe, and he'll give her a peck on the cheek.
Always safe. Not really in danger that much anymore these days.
Red cocks his head. Do you miss the danger?
Do I miss the danger? I never miss the danger. Do I miss the freedom? Maybe. But I wasn't that free under Malclave.
Yeah.
Anyway.
At least we're working toward freedom for everyone, you know? We have a duty.
She kind of rolls her eyes like she's heard this speech a million times in the past few weeks. Says, yes, a duty to protect. Save me a seat.
Of course, right next to me.
I would love it, since it's been a while since we've heard from all of you. If you all don't remember, you all had acquired a secret base thanks to your benefactor. And at the time, it was quite bare, but there were infinite possibilities. I would love to hear about each of your personal quarters. A few things that you keep in it, very similar to how we did in the first season with what was in your ship quarters. And then I would love to know, especially for the people who had this happen recently, how things have changed for you now that you have all of your memories.
Most of us, at least.
Most of you. I believe Red was the only person who chose not to embrace
Green
his
didn't either, right?
memories.
No, I got all mine back.
No, he did.
Oh, you did get yours back?
Eventually
Yeah.
decided to get his
Yep.
back.
Okay, okay.
He and
It
Pink
was
at the
only
same
Red
time,
that decided not to.
Okay, all right.
But I would love to, even though I know this happened a while ago, I would love to hear from the people who got them earlier, Indigo and Blue first. We can start with Indigo. Give me some things that are in your quarters / your workshop and how you've been sitting with all of your memories since.
Yes, for the most part, just have a small laboratory of sorts that just gets the minimum amount of mass amounts of weaponry that I've been working on to deal with our little empire issue. Along with area in which I'm trying to recreate the process in which I created the source, and also a lot of the data I got from second source that my brother possibly worked on. Making a few more changes to it, be more efficient in how it's used.
Have you heard from your brother in the time since?
Ooh. Whispers. Beatles, they'll send me something talking about he misses me, whatnot. Tell him to keep his head down.
I
That's
think
about it.
if you have a reunion, it won't necessarily be the friendliest affair, if I had to guess.
At this point, we're the same as two strangers walking across each other. The head nod will suffice.
Blue, how are things sitting with you, and what is your room like? And, perhaps most importantly, did you and Victor decide to move in together before the wedding?
Well, I would say it's probably a room big enough for the both of them. It probably started out not luxurious enough for him, as we all probably could guess. So a lot of it is his touch in that regard. Large bed, very nice sheets, and, furniture that probably is much fancier than she wants, but she's happy to enjoy it. Of course, on some of it, like, there are display cases with old medals from races and lots of model ships that she enjoys to build. And I'm sure they probably have a pretty expansive closet. I'm sure most of it is his. With like a little section for her. A nice desk for him to work at when he needs. And I don't think there's room for there is a garage, I bet.
There's definitely a garage. If
there
not
has
for
to
ships, definitely for speeders and other ground vehicles.
Oh yeah, she loves that spot. And then I think she's regaining her memories was really pivotal in that it showed her what she not could have been, because it is what she was. I think more that they're a learning device for her of to keep her humanity, to remember why she's doing it, that there are lines that shouldn't be crossed, and those past memories, while she didn't live through them, she knows that if she becomes that cold of a person again, what's the point, essentially? So it's a reminder for why she does this and what to value, which is life.
Here, here. Pink, how have things sat with you? It's been now having regained a lot of the trauma that brought you to the situation, but at the same time, also being able to share the life that you had with your sister, most especially, probably means a lot. But also, tell us, like, what's your room like? What's your place like?
I would definitely say that, like on the ship, Pink and Green are staying together at this point. So I would say the room is a good mishmash of their preferences. So there's probably, movies and a TV in here somewhere, or a video game system that has been moved off of the ship, and some of Pink's like fashion things. So there's probably a closet that's chock full of her clothes, a little writing desk for her like usual, a place to continue her research when she doesn't feel like being in the lab anymore, and the med bay. Yeah, just like a really good blend of their lives together.
That is awesome.
And it's a lot more homey than her room on the ship, which is a little less personalized.
You want to add to that, Green, since you two were living together?
I'm gonna say, since he's gotten his memories back, he's not really had like an identity crisis, more so where he's been and what he's recently accomplished have like met at a head. Like, he finally got to see more tangibly what the Source is capable of when he stopped the prison falling into a fucking star. It's something made to create. Unfortunately for Green, unless it's coffee, he kind of sucks at making things. He's learning. He's learning very steadily. That's why the library for him was a lengthy project that he really fell into. And at a certain point, he remembered that, oh yeah, I wear headphones. Maybe I should use those for music or something. And so he's been listening to a lot of classical music. And at a certain point, he even managed to scavenge an old beat-to-hell Yamaha 6-string. He's learning. It's not great.
Oh.
He's very much convinced that Gord Downey is the cream of the crop when it comes to music. But he's working. He's working at it.
And finally, Red, how have things sat with you? What is your and ostensibly is Misa's place together like now?
So Red walks in after leaving his Misa to her chores. It's a shared room. On the left is a desk. Red walks up, sits down at the desk, and there's a console on it. Beneath it, he pulls out a little Morse code transmitter, and he sends a message in Morse code using a Playfair cipher to the rest of the remnants to kind of let them know the next move against the hegemony. He gets up, hops on the bed, pulls out a remote and clicks it, and there's this little projector that's facing toward the ceiling, which is like a white ceiling, and it moves down and faces the wall, and now it's a white wall, and he turns on just something to have in the background. Time to watch a movie. Not really paying attention. He's kind of letting his mind wander toward the rest of the day and the wedding and how excited he is, and and how this is a moment of light and happiness for the whole group, and really, in his mind, the whole galaxy.
Awesome. Oh, wait. Sorry if you're all hearing an echo. It's definitely me. I had to last second change audio setup again, so just first world problems. I'll try to fix it in between weeks, everyone. Sorry about that.
Sorry, everyone.
And it comes time. Blue, you've been to many wedding ceremonies, but of course, you have not been to one for yourself, so this is a little bit strange. But you realize, based on the plan that you and Victor discuss, sunset is rapidly approaching, and it is time to begin. As you know, as they wouldn't use the word bride necessarily, but it's the closest word we have. The bride to be, it falls to you to begin the summons for the ceremony. You begin the climb out of the base, heading up to where you can actually see the sun, getting ready for the ceremony at twilight. There's a little bit of an impromptu amphitheater setup where you, your close friends, and many of the free Adrenamians that have decided to stick with you rather than returning home, even though they prefer water planets, jungle's not half bad either. And you see a lot of them are starting to make the climb themselves, and up top you see there is a gathering of drums, conches, other woodwind, instruments ready. And the one for you to blow to summon and begin the ceremony. Are
Yes.
you ready?
I am. She is very excited to do this. I bet as a child, when she was itty bitty, she probably watched one of these and was like, one day, I want to do that.
How does it
So
feel now that you're getting closer?
I think she thought she would be more nervous than she is. Or rather, it doesn't match the feeling she thought it would be. I mean, this woman's been through firefights and every manner of adrenaline junkie type thing you can do, but it's not the same kind of nervousness. It's almost anticipation at this point. She's not scared. She's excited. And so she moves up there pretty quickly. Excited to do the thing.
And you see your parents, your siblings, and then finally Victor making the climb up the staircase leading out of the base. And they begin playing the instruments as well. And you all would hear a chorus of extremely loud horns blaring, not in a aggressive way, but in like a way you could imagine if you could play a seashell. That's the kind of sound that is coming from these instruments, summoning you all, and the wedding is ready to get started. Victor didn't actually think about last name convention soon. Victor takes his place at the front of the crowd and sits there in his suit, tux.
It's a suit.
It's a
I could
suit.
describe it if you want.
I would love for you to describe it, Momo. Since
Perfect.
maybe
I would love
we
to
might
describe.
see it at some point.
There may be something that will be posted after this. Ooh. So Victor would be wearing, he's obviously taken his glasses off to reveal his pretty light brown eyes. And he's got his hair slicked back with just a bit of a curl in the front. An open-chested, almost buttoned right around his mid-torso, navy suit. But it's not a conventional suit. There's no undershirt or button down or tie or anything. There's almost... It's part of the suit, this very avant-garde navy sash with this almost tide-like wave pattern on just the sash that sweeps across the front of his chest. With tailored slacks that match the same, and probably some really nice wingtips. And just 2 delicate gold chains across his chest, around his neck. And Eden would be wearing a very tight-fitting bodiced, sweetheart neckline, white dress with a sheer drape off the shoulder. Gown that flows down into the scalloped edge skirt that is split on either thigh, and gradients down into a translucent fabric that has pearls woven into it, and white painting on the scallops to almost look like a tide washing up on the seashore. And her veil mimics that, with pearls dripping across her forehead and down the veil. And she's wearing little sandals.
That is gorgeous.
Oh yeah, they went all out.
Gorgeous.
That's a beautiful couple.
And as Eden's family is playing, you see all the other Randomians and some of the members of Victor's crew start approaching and take their seats in the audience, one by one. You see that Victor, while you have brought in the bowl, you see that Victor has 2 brushes that are sitting in his hands ready for the pivotal part of the ceremony. It comes to your father, who stands up and says, Everyone, take your seats, This isn't how it's usually done, but we're on a strict timeline thanks to Mother Nature. We've only got a little bit of time to get the window just right, so if you could please hurry a little more than usual for this evening. We have 2 beautiful people to get married, and I would not want to mess things up for my wonderful daughter or my son-in-law to be, so seats please. And you see the Randomians take an unusual hurriedness to their pace, find their seats, and get ready. And your father strides down the middle aisle, grabs Eden's arm, says, Are you ready?
Yeah, I think I can do this. Easy enough, right?
Victor, my dear, could you please take the position? Thank you. And he begins walking you down, and you see he's like obsessively like looking at you, looking at the sky, looking at you, looking at the sky. Like he's putting pressure on himself to make sure he times this right as the sun begins lowering in the horizon and the blue sky fades to a yellow-orange as it gets lower. You walking as all of your friends and family looking at you, approaching the dais at the dais at the front of this amphitheater. And Victor stands holding the 2 brushes there and smiling at you. He can hardly contain himself. He's just grinning completely. I don't know if any of you have ever seen him look so unapologetically joyful, blissful, and loving. When you first met him, he was kind of a hard-ass, manipulative, kind of a piece of shit, if we're all being honest. Or at
Not my
least so
piece of
it
shit.
seems. but he
Yeah.
looks almost childlike in his joy. And he very gently takes your hands as you approach.
She holds it out, ready to do what they're about to do.
He puts the brushes down for a moment and grabs a piece of paper out of a pocket and says, like, kind of looks to the crowd like, I was never good at memorizing plans.
It's all right. Heavy breathing.
Eden, my love, the first time I met you, I thought you were a reckless firebrand with an addiction to adventure and doing the right thing. Now, as I stand before you and all of our friends, I know that you're a daring firebrand with an addiction to doing the right thing. And I wouldn't have you any other way. I don't know why you think I deserve you, but since you believe in this old crook more than he believes in himself, I'll do my best to cherish every moment together. I promise to be honest with you, and even more honest with myself. I promise to make you breakfast every morning where we wake up together. I promise to always be your co-pilot, especially in the darkest nights. May we ride now and forever. May we now and forever watch the sun rise together, ride the waves together, and chase the stars together. He puts the
I cry.
paper away.
Oh, that'll be hard to follow up.
You can do better, I'm sure.
Well, she does not pull out a piece of paper. Of course not. Victor, my love, the first time I met you, I thought I had you figured out. A hotshot who thought he had me beat the moment I stepped onto the track. Now, as I stand before you, I see you and have seen you for the man you are. The man you became. A man with a big heart who always supports me, who helps before being asked, who wants to be better and is always improving. You're my trusted confidant, my lover, and my future. A future I want to forge together, and a future I hope many others get to see because of our efforts. So that we're the first marriage of many, hopefully. I swear to be honest with you, to share every detail, big or small. I swear to always stand by your side and watch your back. I swear to be your guiding light when the world is dark. May we now and forever watch the sun rise together, ride the waves together, and chase the stars together.
Well, it was better. He picks up the brush and kind of looks to the bowl that you've put there and says, would you mind starting? I would love to take cues.
Perfect. I think you're very good at that. And she'll take his hand and flip it over to his left wrist. I know this is traditionally done with a brush, but she'll stick her little finger in it.
Oh, okay.
And she will press into his flesh and trace out a simple one-wave pattern. And
See him kind of wince as you're doing this.
it's not too bad, is it?
Just like getting ink, darling.
See? All right, your turn.
He'll look at the brush and then put it down instead, and he'll do what you did. Dip his fingers in and kind of like shake for a moment. And
Yeah.
then take your wrist and like very delicately do the same wave pattern on yours.
She gives an appraising nod to it.
And he looks as the sun finally begins to set over the horizon and the orange and red turn to the purple and blue of the twilight. And he'll just kind of sigh. Just like Mom always wanted.
See, we got both traditions in.
This. He looks to your dad. I can kiss her now, right?
I don't.
Your dad just, yes. Yeah, might as well. That's why we're all here. And,
We want the kiss.
and he grabs you and kisses you.
Aw, ooh goose. Obviously, she reciprocates.
You guys kiss. All of your friends start cheering. The other random minds start cheering. And then you hear in the background the loud press of drums and conches being played. And it starts to become more than a wedding, a party behind you. And Victor picks you up by your legs and starts walking you back the way that you came and says, "See you all at the reception, everyone."
He said, "We're busy now."
It's wild.
That's
As the reception starts, Indigo hits something on his arm, and just the lights just turn on, and it just turns into like this disco club action.
Yes.
Please tell me you're also
But-
DJing, because that would be
Oh, of
amazing.
course.
Slay!
Let's go play some good ass music.
Slay.
Wait. I think, is this good enough? Yeah, we'll take this one. I don't know if I have party music on my stream deck. Maybe I'll have to find something during
Okay.
the break.
There's a few party songs on Pink's list.
But you all head down. There is a combination of what you would say is an approximation to sushi, vegetables, fruits on different platters. There is a cake. There aren't little mini versions of Eden and Victor on top of the cake, but there is a cake, multi-layered. Indigo has his wonderful machines, getting the party started with everyone. People start dancing in free flow. It's a good vibe for everyone. And just in case you were wondering, Red, is Misa did show up in time for the
I
wedding
was gonna ask you
ceremony.
that.
And she was there, and she quietly was holding your hand during the ceremony.
Thank you for the gifted subs, by the way, John. You.
Oh, I totally missed them. Thank you all. I
Thank you, John.
I was
Yeah.
locked in. I wanted to make sure I nailed the wedding. Hopefully,
No,
You did nail it.
You got
was
it.
slay.
You got it.
Whenever Indigo started playing music, Red would have grabbed his Misa's hand and dragged her out to the dance floor.
and you see she kind of gets a smile, takes off the cloak, and she can dance. I would say definitely an above average dancer. She knows how to move.
Okay.
She actually
Yeah, she does.
ends up trying to lead you more than you lead her in the
Yes.
dances.
It's no problem with me, you know?
Yeah.
And a few minutes later, the lovely couple walks in arm in arm into the reception hall to cheers and applause again.
Yay. I'm in a shorter dress now. It's my party dress.
Couple
Party
fireworks
dress.
go off.
Oh, slay!
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. And take their seat at the wedding table. And as in the tradition, you have people come up to the wedding party to greet the bride and groom. You have the bride and groom make their way to different places in the wedding. None of you feel like you have to do this, but does anyone want to make a toast to the couple?
Oh my god! You don't have to.
Mandy, do you have something to say? You look like you have something to say.
Well,
Nope.
I feel as though it's a first mate. I feel like I should have something ready.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Do you have something
Yeah.
ready?
Somewhat, yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Record scratches. There ain't no records. This is the future. But he stopped the music. Puts his glass up, taps it with his metal hand, make that sound. Building a community takes time, takes patience, takes trust, and it takes love. And we get a chance to celebrate the day in which a community takes its first steps in the joining of two wonderful people. So I would hope that you could all join me in a round of applause for the greatest captain in the universe and her lucky new husband.
Here, here.
Yay!
Cheers, yo.
Heck yeah.
Heck
Red-
yeah.
More
Red
fireworks go
will
off. There's a button.
ding his glass once Indigo finishes and stand up. And as he's standing up, he kind of looks down at his Misa with a smile, and Eden here is truly the best of us. She's shown time and time again she has the courage to lead, to be a good friend, to love. And that's important in these times, is that we still have the capacity for love. And as you can see, these two certainly have the capacity to love each other. And I just want them both to know I love them too. And I'm so proud of both of them for what they've done, for what they will do, and for being our leaders. And he'll raise his glass. I love you both.
You get a little, we love you!
We love you too, Red. Never had rather have another fighter in my corner when the chips are down.
That's right. I always got your back.
Fireworks.
The party continues. You all dancing, music changes, people stuffing their faces, enjoying the merriment. By the way, feel free to interrupt me if anyone else has a speech they would like to do to the lovely couple, but no pressure on that. Frank, the GM, needs to get notes out though.
Not a speech, but I think at some point Pink will walk up to the bride and groom's table with a little gifty. She kind of walks up to the table, she, like, finds a little opportunity, and she just kind of shuffles up because, let's all be real, Pink is too much of a bookworm. She's too shy to do like a big grand public speech. So she brings just a simple, nicely wrapped kind of rectangular like package up to the two of you. It's pretty small. And she kind of sets it down in front of the two of you and says, I wanted to give this to both of you at the same time rather than leave it on the table. So, yeah, it's something I think the two of you can share now that you're married. They're love poems from Earth.
Oh!
Yeah.
Earth.
Oh! She does a little open.
You've found these.
It took a little scouring, but what you see is like a obviously like antique but in good condition tome. It's been rebound with some kind of like newer form of leather, but the paper smells old.
Oh,
And it's basically a compilation of like love and wedding related romance poetry. It's very, very old.
oh,
So
this is so
cute.
cute. Oh,
Thank
this
you,
is
Pink.
perfect. Thank you. This would be perfect. We can put this on the desk, or even maybe read through it and find some of our favorites and get them framed. I
Maybe
won't
I'll,
rip them out, but
we can
Oh, I
put
mean,
one
do
of
what
them
you
on the
do what you want
bridge.
with it.
oh, they're so cute.
You know, so we can always remember the good times, even when things are up the creek.
She will get up and give her a little huggy.
Oh yeah, she gives you a little hug.
E.
I'm so
Maybe
happy for
you'll
you.
be next.
And she turns like bright red. I don't know. Maybe someday. Okay,
Maybe
have fun.
eventually. Bye.
I love you. Eat some cake. Bye. She like scampers off.
Oh, damn, you scare her away. Anyways, you two, congratulations. Took me a long ass time to get the ingredients for this shit, alright? Yeah. I don't even know what an island is, but they make this sort of creamed whiskey. This shit tastes choice. Anyway, this right here is an espresso martini. They don't make this shit no more. So this is gonna be primo supremo, okay?
Oh. What should I be concerned on what's in it, or just trust that it's good?
Oh, no. It's all good. It's all good. You take the whiskey, you take a bit of the caramel
good.
syrup, because that's the good shit. You got a bit of the
Victor already drinking
espresso.
it.
Oh, yeah, he knows it's good. And you can eat the beans that are in there, but only if you already know you like them. I got the chocolate ones just in case, but, you know,
She does a little
entirely up to
sippy.
use.
You know,
Congratulations.
I didn't know you had such great taste, Rain. I would have asked you to give me some liquor earlier.
To be fair, I only procured this sort of a taste recently. It's coming to me in leaps and bounds, and every so often a little skip and a stutter.
It's so sweet. Thank you. Oh.
See? I figured you'd like it. I know you two would like it. I'm glad you do. Anyways, you're a tough act to follow. Ugh. Got my work cut out for me at this point.
I was just talking about that.
Oh, you were just talking about it, were you?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I can
if you-
help. I know Pink very well.
If you need recommendations for a good store, I know some on Nightfall.
It's funny you say Nightfall. I got plans, big plans. Don't worry about it yet, but thank you. Well, we'll be in touch.
When we first
You'll do
met,
great.
it was at this great shopping district there. My God, some of the best clothes and jewelry that a man or woman could ask for.
Maybe you should go together, the two of you. You might be fun.
You know? We only got a couple of hours on Nightfall last time we were there, but she fucking... I've never seen Pink smile until I saw the way that sunset hit her smile, and that just... The entire skyline is pink and green. It was made for us, okay?
Well,
God.
then,
Oh,
that is so adorable. Disgusting.
that's really cute. You should take her again, but for longer. I love Nightfall. So she'll love Nightfall. I assumed she would.
I'm kind of hoping that once we get all this shit solved, I'll take her there forever.
You're going to live there. Oh, it's very nice.
It's
Good
a thought.
choice.
Thank you.
You know,
Maybe-
the Echo race is coming up. Maybe we could all go.
Oh.
She looks excitedly at Victor like, yes.
Vacation. Vacation episode, anyone?
Vacation?
Vacation?
Racing? Mm? Confused Scooby-Doo noises? Mm? Me? That's how I feel about that.
conspicuously absent in all of this because I knew you were probably wondering about this, Craig, and Indigo would know. Speeder and
Oh.
Conclave 1 had not made it here yet, which is why it is all the more distressing that you get a little voice whispering into your ear during the wedding.
Oh! He's just playing the music. Talk to me.
Indigo,
That may or may not be who you're speaking to.
is it who I'm speaking to?
That depends. What are we talking about?
I've acquired some information that you might want.
During this, he would be trying to hack to see who is there. And if he can't hack it, he'll probably know who it is.
Make a hack.
The first roll, gang!
No position in effect, but let me know. It's gonna be difficult.
Okay.
Oh.
It's a wedding. He's gonna push himself. He'll stress out for this. Oh, I still have stress. Do we still have the stress from when we left?
No, clean.
No,
No,
we're cleared.
clean
We're
break.
Oh, I gotta reset my character sheet actually.
Bro,
That's a
did you
good
keep that
reminder.
stress for the last month or so?
I
Oh, that
did.
sucks.
Clear your injuries as well, everybody.
Partial success.
This music, it's 4X. I'm calling it now.
He
I scream.
sounds annoyed. What are you trying to do? You can't. That doesn't work. Look. Their ship has been taken by bounty hunters.
Of course it has. Oh. How far away, Vorix?
Luckily, not far in the system. They're a nasty group, though, and the church definitely sent them.
All right. I got a nasty bunch here, and they're gonna be mighty upset that fun has been cut short.
Well, if you would like them to make it all the way to a prison before you go after them, I'm sure you could finish your wedding.
Ha 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 ha. You have the coordinates?
Please. I'll send you the plans to their base and the location. But I'm going to need you to deliver on that little project we've been working on, Indigo.
Yes, well, cool thing about celebrations such as this, almost everybody gets a gift. And according to this, Frank, I have already completed the schematics.
You have. You have.
I would send those over via this call.
Oh. Just like that? Okay.
You put his partner in the situation. It's a wrap. It's
He silent for a moment and says, yes. Yes, this will do nicely. All
I
right.
know it'll do nicely. I made it.
Calm yourself. You're good. But you're not that good yet.
If I believe that, then you wouldn't be talking to me right now, would you?
We have a skill set that complements each other. And I owe you all. I'm not going to act like I don't. But I believe this situation is mutual, Indigo.
So what do you need from this situation as we're making this mission?
Sometimes things in this world require a little bit of analog interference, and I will need some boots on the ground at a time of my choosing, at a place of my choosing. You're to make sure that Prism or whatever you're calling yourselves these days, can deliver. Have you told them yet?
No, I've been busy yapping with you for the past few months. But if everything goes the way that we have it planned, shouldn't be that hard to break it to them.
Good. Well, I'll send the plans over. Good luck.
At the captain's wedding, Indigo, you dog. And Indigo will play one more song before he walks over to a brand new married couple. And then he'll do the old lean into blue.
Mm-hmm.
Seems to be a situation.
It's the look she gives you. Not that she's angry at you, but just a... Yeah? And what would that be?
You haven't noticed some of our esteemed guests have not made it to your wonderful celebration, and there's a reason for that.
I was hoping they were late. Are they not?
They are late, but the traffic in which they got caught up in is due to the issues that we've been dealing with since day one.
I see. Is this the kind of traffic they can get out of?
Fortunately, no.
Victor just looks like facepalm.
Always something.
Always something.
Right.
Says- He just kind of like looks at Indigo and looks at Blue and just kind of smiles and says, "You know what? Not surprised. Go on, honey, go save the day."
Hmm.
Or I can
happens
come
when-
with you if you like.
Oh, you're obligated to.
It is our wedding.
Just
night
gonna
after
spend
all.
our yeah. You're just gonna have to, I don't know, change.
Oh no, don't worry. I keep an extra set of clothes on the ship.
All right. Okay, let's go get them.
And
Captain.
we will take that moment to take our break for the evening.
Slay.
I love that for us.
I promised
Outfit
you a wedding and a
change.
kidnapping, and I deliver. We will
All
be
in an
back-
hour and a half.
All in a, not that much
Not
time
even
has
an hour and a
flown
half.
by.
We move quick here at Magi RPG. I hope you're all enjoying Ignite Recall's return. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. Don't go anywhere, everyone. I hope you are all having a wonderful time.
BRB.
BRB.
And I get some watermelons and
How do we play this game? He says, "Welcome back to Ignite Recall." Flow in here. I hope you're all having a wonderful Tuesday night. We're having a wonderful time. We just finished a wonderful wedding, had a good break, did a little quick wardrobe change. Oh, we have multiple wardrobe changes. We have so many
Yes.
wardrobe changes.
It's
Good job.
important we got out of our
Hold
wedding
on,
clothes.
time to get serious.
It's the premiere of season
yes,
3.
yes,
Of course,
yes,
we're doing
yes,
outfit
let's-
changes.
Yeah,
Oh,
hang on.
let's go,
I gotta
Andrew!
get
Let's get
in Victor's
serious.
character. Yeah, there we go. All right. Just undo a few of those buttons. If this is your
Oh,
first
nice.
time here,
Oh.
welcome. Thanks for tuning in. Please drop us a follow or subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. If you would like to know what's going on with this show or any of our other shows, discord.gg/magirpg is the place to do it. If you have not yet caught our Warhammer actual play Ashes of the Lost, you should absolutely watch that and catch up on that on YouTube. Tracy got jebaited harder than I've ever seen her get jebaited
That
ever.
that was cruelty.
It's
It was a silly, goofy time.
so good, and I don't want if you haven't seen that show, I don't want to say what happened because it'll be spoiler, but oh my goodness, last Friday was so juicy. It might have been my favorite time watching an actual play, just like seeing her call Merlin a bitch ass hoe and screaming. And Tracy does not curse like
No,
ever.
never.
And she straight up just like a sailor at Merlin. It was so good. You should definitely.
I was proud.
And you know he loved it.
And he was just nom, 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 eating that up. It was great. So definitely watch that. They'll be back in 2 weeks, so you've got some time to catch up. Even if you're like not super into Warhammer, like the show is great. It's some of our favorite people all playing the game together. So catch up on that. And if you want to catch up on any of our other shows, that's on our YouTube as well, youtube.com/MagicRPG. And if you would like to support the Momobee for this show specifically or any of our other shows, I'm getting artwork for that show soon. You can leave us a tip, and it goes towards our artwork, production costs, and lots of other stuff. It's really, really appreciated. Of course, not needed, but it helps us pay for stuff and help us keep our dreams of having good artwork and high production quality in the show alive. So thank you. But the best thing you can always do is just watch us and tell a friend. And yeah, just I mentioned at the top of the show, but if you are all into Dune, join the Discord and play Dune with us. We're having a lot of fun. After Stars and Wishes, we'll probably get on again too. It's been a lot of fun. It's good even if you're not crazy about the Dune universe. So if you want to join our ever-growing community there, go ahead and do that.
Hashtag ad. Just kidding.
No, not sponsored. Not sponsored.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
No. I'm just very open with my obsessions, okay?
No,
I just
yeah,
want my-
it's really good. I agree.
I want
I'm
my
right there with you,
friends to
Frank.
have fun. That's my.
But if they wanted to sponsor us,
I mean, I
Or,
wouldn't
yeah,
say
we're open to
no,
it.
but yeah. Where were we? Oh yeah, that's right. A wedding and a kidnapping. Yes. Excellent. Yes.
Yes, Frank.
What do you all do upon hearing from Blue and Victor that Speeder and Barhazuk and the rest of Conclave 01 have been kidnapped?
We're suiting up, of course.
Oh, Indigo's already on the ship.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
grab your go bag and get going.
Him and Leon are already gone. We starting the ship.
I will say, when Blue gets to the bridge, Green has put like the strings and cans and a just married banner on the back of the chair.
That's good. That's good.
And you all hear Vorex.
Frank,
go ahead.
Can I check with Yvonne, Kel, and Breva to see if they're closer to the situation?
Okay.
Maybe they can scout it out.
So that is a perfect time to say and to get onto the show. You hear Vorex come over the ship comms. It's a group called the Scarlet Wolves. They're a nasty bunch. They've got a safe house in Indri. Not too safe for me, but I sent over the plans to Indigo, so he's got them. Watch your backs, and then cuts off. You check in with is it the Remnants, Andrew? Is that what their name is?
The Remnants, yeah.
Remnants, thank you. So many new NPCs and groups today.
Yeah, sorry.
No. This is me, and only figuring out everything in the last 2 weeks because I decided to overload myself with campaigns. But I won't stop. You contact the Remnants, and they are unfortunately one system over. Outside Warren, so you are much closer.
Worth a shot.
Yeah, unfortunately. The Scarlet Wolves, Mandy, yes. Question in chat, yes. Oh no, you're good.
And they're near Indri?
They have a safe house in Indri that Vorex says is where Conclave 01 is being held.
I think when hearing that, Pink is just like, she doesn't say anything to anyone, but she's just like, Indri. perfect.
Are you eyes emotioning at me across the country? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. You felt it. You didn't even have to look at the screen.
Yeah, I didn't have to. It's almost like I plan these things sometimes, you know. Suiting up, getting going. It's within the same system, so it does not take you very long. I would say, maybe a day or two, to get there. But how do we play this game? I believe there's an engagement roll.
There
There
is an
is.
engagement roll.
We always low roll.
Wait.
No.
This time, I just got intel from Vorex. That's one, right?
Yes, it is.
It's
Okay.
my wedding. You should give me one.
Nice,
My-
Captain.
all
on the
right.
day
funny.
of my
On this,
On the
my
day of
wedding.
my
I
of my
agree.
wedding.
On this, the day of my
Agreed.
wedding. I'd buy it. I would say you definitely get one because Vorex has given you intel. So yes, that's an extra die. Nah, I'm not gonna be nice because it's your wedding. I was a good GM and decided not to interrupt the wedding. I wanted you to have the special moment, and then I would ruin your life. You know, so
Big sigh.
And he's ruining our lives. You see how that goes? We have the nice moment.
But
At least
unfortunately,
We
I
get
have
our
to
one treat.
I have to take a die away because of tier.
They're a tier
as
higher than us.
They're 2 tiers higher than you.
Ooh.
Ain't no thing.
So that'll be 1 die. Anyone else
no,
have any
bro.
advantages you would like to elicit from me? Feel
Pure
free to-
panache.
Yeah, I
you
would
have-
say you could
Oh.
say the it is particularly. Is it brave? Is it daring?
Brave
Yeah.
and daring.
Yeah, definitely
Yeah.
brave and daring. They're 2 tiers above us.
I've
And
been
you're-
researching Indri, so I know where we're going. I know what it's all about. Izumochi. Izumochi.
Sure, I'll take it.
Yeah.
So a 2 die.
Hell yeah.
A 2 die engagement roll.
Oh boy.
We got this.
And thank you all for buying me time to fix my production stuff since the bot is letting me down. Okay,
Are you good?
here we go. It's been a while since I used Foundry. All right. Ready?
Oh.
A 6.
Controlled
Let's go.
starting position. Good thing it was
Oh
2
my
dice,
God.
because
What can I
otherwise I would have
say?
been desperate again.
Yeah.
What can I say?
You
This is
approach-
why I
W's.
negotiate every time, chat. This
Yeah.
is exactly why.
You never
That's good
know.
negotiations right there.
You approach Indri. It is a toxic wasteland of a planet. I'm going to read the
Oh.
description from the book because I think it's apt. Hover car traffic reflecting adverts on buildings, gas mask pedestrians walking hurriedly down metal sidewalks with umbrellas treated to prevent acid rain damage, slow-moving containers being shuttled to warehouses, storm clouds with multi-hued lighting rolling in. You all track them down to an abandoned factory where you, according to Vorex, know that Conclave 01 is being held. I need an entry point. There's the front door, there's the rooftops, or perhaps you could go in through the sewers, waste, or HVAC systems connected to another building. Which entry point would you all like to go through?
I vote the roof.
I want to split up.
You know we
Yeah,
love
yeah.
a little roof entrance.
You love to Scooby Doo it too.
Yes.
I'm down to take the ventilation system or the sewer wherever.
Same.
And what is your approach? Is it stealth? Is it assault? Are you kicking in the doors? Are you going quietly? I'm assuming it's not social. That usually is not what you're all about.
Hi.
Pink's good at social.
I could sculpt.
I I would advocate for stealth, personally.
I'll
Okay.
stealth it.
Since
I
we
can
have
work with stealth. Let's do it.
since we have hostages that we care very deeply for involved that we want to keep
Mhm.
safe.
Okay.
Agreed.
Agreed.
You all approach from adjacent factories, scaling down. Oh, size of your loads on this wedding day.
Right.
Like,
Oh,
that's personal.
Small. It's already been empty.
And keep in mind for this, red, you get to tell me where Misa is going, and blue, you get to tell me where Victor is going. So keep that in mind as they come with you.
So we know where their hideout is?
And you have exact floor plans of it.
Okay, so if we have the floor plans, do we also know already from what Vorik sent us, like what kind of security is in place, or is this something we need to flashback for?
Unfortunately, this place does not have security cameras or digital footprints, as it was blank when Vorex tried to look inside. It does not seem to be connected to the net.
Ooh.
Oh, it's like a closed network kind of deal, probably. Okay.
DC.
I'm gonna bring my hacking tools then, I guess.
Yeah, you get to decide what to bring at the time. Remember, you don't have to pick now. You can just pick them. But all right, infiltration, trespassing unseen to the roof. You go scaling down the piping from adjacent factories. Who all is going through the roof and who is on standby?
I'll roof it.
I know Blue's on the roof for sure.
Yeah.
Every time.
If I can be on the roof, I'm gonna be on the roof.
Blue's going on the roof. Who's with Blue on the roof?
I'll go down below with Indigo.
Through the HVAC system.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll stick with the captain then.
I'll have Esmisa go on the roof. She doesn't want to be in the HVAC system.
It's
Where
gonna
would Victor
stink.
like to go?
I think Victor
I
would
ask
probably
him.
like to stay on the ship and be there to lay down suppressing fire if, in the event
like it.
that there are ships
Good idea.
that come in.
Have someone on the ship.
Just in case you need to provide firepower. That thing cannot land on the planet. It can definitely fly in Atmo, though, and can shoot some people, so...
And if he has good scrap, fire.
In a
Oh, hell.
hilarious coincidence, Green will be with the boys.
Okay,
Yeah!
the boys are going
Let's
skulking
go!
in the
With Girl
pipes.
Squad and
Oh my
Boy
God.
Squad then.
Girl squad and boy squad, yep. We're
You
very
all-
gender
That's
this
fun.
episode.
Gender today.
You all
Gender.
go and
Sparkle, sparkle.
look inside. You see this is probably a 300-foot tall factory. You look into these blurred, disgusting windows, wipe away to look inside. You see that there are patrols, people with huge, heavy blasters. You look and do a quick glance and see that there are definitely cameras of some sort inside, but any more than that, and it's difficult to see. You slide open. You gently try to jostle the window, and it seems by some stroke of luck, it isn't locked, and you're able to get inside and lower yourself onto the catwalk gently, landing only with the softest of footsteps. Below you, a series of winding catwalks, and then huge shipping containers, decommissioned plant equipment, dirt, dust, acid, and tanks of chemicals unknown adorning the inside. HVAC team, you are able to appear into some sub-basement. You're not 100% sure where. You believe maybe 1 or 2 levels deep, but you're able to push open a crate and show up into a supply closet, dark, pitch black, knock over a paper towel and maybe a few rags, getting through, crawling past. But you end up in a room that's about 4 by 6. Because you know the plans, you know about where you are, but you don't know the guard patrols, you don't know where the hostages are being taken, you don't know how many people are inside. But you have gotten the jump on them. But you all hear hushed conversations, boots on metal. Occasionally, you hear someone cocking their gun or fiddling with a knife. What do you all do?
Is it possible that I could try and get a bead on some sort of code or message I could send to Speeder? We're both like highly qualified super hackers. So would they have something on their person that I would be able to communicate with?
I'm gonna fortune roll this because normally yes, but I am gonna see how smart or what precautions the wolves have taken. I'm gonna say roll 1d, and on anything but a success, the answer is you get nothing back. Yeah, you feel like it should be working. Normally you would be able to, but you send out a signal to a communicator that you and Speeder each have, and you hear nothing back. Either there's some interference, it's been removed, or she's unable to they're unable to answer for some reason.
Red sees Indigo fiddling with the communicator and says, let me handle this. And I want to use my visions to see what Speeder sees.
Ooh, so that is, which ability is that? Can you read that one off for me again, Andrew?
Speed 1 stress to remotely view a distant place or person tied to you in some intimate way. I can spend an extra stress if Speeder's not considered intimate to me. I can spend an extra stress to see something only familiar to me.
So yeah, she is familiar but not intimate, I would say. But
Okay.
yes, you
Extra
can do
stress.
this.
What do I see?
Oh. You find yourself in a dark room. You see Urbots being slowly taken apart, limbs taken off, and you see an enormous cache of Urbot cores stacked in a corner. It must be 30 of them, all there. You see the ones that have not been disassembled are shackled or otherwise being restrained. The room is probably 40 by 30. There are people in military or private military type uniforms, very powerful blasters, and engineers who seem to be not quite chop shop style, but almost like taking inventory of what they have.
I don't want to alarm anybody, but we do need to pick up the pace. We need to find the largest room, and we need to swarm and neutralize quickly.
We would know which is the largest room in this vicinity since we have the floor plans.
So good, since you have the plans and Red has given you a description. I would say that sounds like a study to make sure you can try to relay which room lines up with the plans that you've been sent. So I would say that is a standard effect and controlled, Indigo.
Can I do any I'm push myself.
Nice.
Success.
Yes.
And that's +1 gambit.
Oh yeah, thank you for that.
That's
Up to 4
right.
gambits. Because you start with 3 because of Green's ability, I believe, still.
Yes, indeed.
You believe that if, assuming that you are on sub-basement 2, you might be on 1, you're not 100% sure, as there's closets like this on both the second basement and the first, but this is a room on the first sub-basement just below the factory floor.
I would relay that to team who runs the world.
Yeah. So our communicators do work, even though this place is like a.
For now, your communicators
blank.
are working.
Okay.
Why do you have to qualify that?
Because this
For
was like a
now.
dead spot. Oh, for
No.
now? Oh, yeah, that
Because
is a good question.
when we.
Yes, why
So
did
we
I
know
have to
exactly-
qualify that? Yes.
I
Just
know.
us.
So I know exactly where we're going then. Okay.
Dead zone.
For them.
His worst nightmare.
Ah,
Yeah, for them.
speaking of, I'm starting a clock.
No!
Oh, I can't say no. You can't anymore. This is the wrong game.
Cat clock
can't
stoppers me
believe
this
this.
time.
I can't believe this has happened.
I can't believe you've done this to me.
It's a mystery clock because you all like it that way, right? Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a good
Yeah.
mystery
This-
clock.
I
Yeah.
hate this so much. All right.
Girl Squad,
I love
what are
hate
you all
this.
doing? You're on a catwalk. You can see guard
Alright, girls.
patrols both on your
Oh, we're on the
level.
catwalk.
On
Are we
your
doing our little
level
strut on the catwalk?
Hey, shut.
and on levels below you.
For Pride Month?
I don't have a fan on me. But
What are we
pretend
gonna
I
do?
I'm gonna send you a fan, I swear to God.
Locked in.
Lockdown. All right, I guess it's time to move quickly and quietly.
Of course.
What is your objective, girls?
We're gonna move as stealthily as possible, I assume, towards the room that was specified.
Yeah, because if that's where they're being held, you know I'm trying to break them
So
out.
you have several guards to sneak past and several levels of catwalk to climb down. You've got, I'd say, 3 levels of catwalk before you can get down to the factory floor. And then you have to find the staircase to access the sub-basements. There are many guards between you and there. So are you going to try to sneak past the guard patrols? Are you going to try to eliminate the guard patrols? Are you going to jump off the top catwalk, get to the bottom floor? How are you going to get down?
We could scale down if we time it. Right.
We could scale down. We do have the means to do so.
Yeah.
If we
Ye-
time rotation properly, we could scale down at the right time.
Mm-hmm.
And
So if I'm hearing
that's-
right, sounds like you want to try to determine what the guard rotations are currently, and then find a blank spot, or a blind spot, excuse me, and then scale all the way down to the factory floor. Am I getting that correctly?
Yeah, that's included in spy gear, right?
I think so. I think that something like that would qualify.
I
as
feel like
spy
they
gear.
propel down enough, you know? Like I
Just
feel like we
making
do
sure
that
that
enough.
I have the things that I need
That
in order to
sounds
do
like
that. Otherwise, I
spy
gotta
gear to me. What do you all think? I
Okay,
think
cool.
it sounds like
Yeah.
I
spy gear.
do.
Sound like some spy.
Okay, cool.
Spies be
gear.
propelling.
A year
Okay,
for
so we're
sure.
repelling. So we're skulking. Are we group skulking with Ismisa?
Yes.
And watching guard rotations. So first we got to figure out the rotation. Then we can propel down, yeah?
Is that study?
Yeah, I would say study makes sense. Hang on,
I
let
have
me
two
read.
in
It's
study.
been a few.
I have
so-
2.
Yeah.
What Emisa have?
Ismisa does not have stats because Ismisa is a cohort, so she'll act at your
Fair.
ship level,
Okay.
which is 2.
Can we do a group one? Can
You
we do a
can.
group study?
You can.
Okay.
So it'd be 2D from everyone. Who's leading this group study role?
I'll lead this one because you
Okay.
have better skulk than me, right? So you should lead the skulk.
I just have 1.
Oh, I have 2 in skulk.
So maybe I do this one, you do the next
Okay.
one. Then. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
I'll
Cool.
lead this one.
2D.
I'll take
2D.
this twist.
I'm rolling.
Ismisa has rolled a failure.
Misa.
I got a 3.
Uh-oh.
One success.
So you
I got
all
a success.
you take 2 stress, Eden, because of 2 failures, but
Okay.
you are able to find guard patterns, and you do think that it's
Those
going
dice
to
will
be
wait.
very tight. It's going to be very difficult to do, but you could get all the way to
But
the
we could.
ground if you time it exactly right and have a little bit of luck on your side. It might be easier to try to sneak past them through the catwalk one at a time, but that will take a lot more time to do. But the choice is yours.
What do we think?
I think quieter is better because we can make as much noise as we want once we're in there.
All right, we can take the slow route.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's not saying it would have been loud, but it's saying that you might have been spotted more is what I heard. But yes, the slow route. Okay, so you're going to try to sneak past the guard patrols on your way down,
Or
yes?
skulking. Yeah.
Big
Alright, I'm
skulking.
gonna set up
I'll
a
lead this
clock
one.
for guard patrols.
And I'm going to, because we're worried about the guard patrols and we want to get in quietly at least,
Mhm.
I'm going to use, I'm a doctor, not a spy, and I'm going to
Yeah!
use my doctor rating.
What kind of
for this
mission do you
one.
have in your past where you had to do some skulking around?
I got spy
Last
training when I was forced to
seasons?
be an agent. Come
That's
on.
very
I was going to
good.
say last 2 seasons.
That's
Last
a very
two
good
seasons.
point.
Seasons.
You
Also
definitely
that.
learned some spycraft. Also, did we just get raided? I think we just got raided, but I missed the raid.
Oh, did we?
Or something. Something just popped
Hi,
up. but I
hi
missed the
friends,
raid.
if something happened.
I missed
friends,
I
if
missed
something
it. I
happened.
saw an
Hello.
alert and then it was
Oh my
gone
God,
when
Andrew.
I looked up.
It might have been
know.
a follow. It might have been a follow.
Okay,
Or a
thank
dono.
you for
Thank you,
following.
chat.
Yeah, thank you, chat.
Thank you, chat.
All right.
Appreciate
Okay,
it.
I'm gonna roll my doctor roll.
So I'm gonna say, this is a group skulk. So I'm gonna say, yeah, slow and steady. It's going to see how far you all can get. But go
Do I take
ahead
one?
and make
Oh
your
my god, it's been so long. Do I take one stress or two for pushing myself?
Two.
2.
That's what I thought. Okay.
All right. And
Doctor, I still get plus 1d, so that's 4d total for
let's
myself.
see, how did?
I
Oh,
gotta
you know
see
what?
that.
Thank you.
I don't need to
Thank you
roll
for
with
the
these,
dono.
Misa. As soon as
Motherfucker.
Misa understands the plan, she says, "See you down there," and disappears.
That's
Alright.
right. That's right.
She said, fuck y'all.
So do I take another
Yup,
stress
straight up.
because Eden failed?
Yes, you take 1 stress, but you succeed. You manage to time it. You wait until they go by at the bottom of the staircase. You very quickly go down, managing to muffle your footsteps as quietly as possible. Sneak around, get down to the
Sly.
2nd floor, past one of the patrols. You still got a little ways to go, though. You might be able to get all the way to the bottom a bit easier now, to save
Good.
yourself some time, if that's what you would like to do. If you'd like to very quickly jump over the side,
Do we want to?
it will be easier than from the 3rd floor.
Let's do it.
So
yeah,
that
let's jump.
sounds like scramble, but it
Oh,
could
I
be
love
skulk.
to scramble.
I gotta die on that.
I think
I
scramble.
would like to scram.
Okay. Group
Eat it,
scramble
kid.
roll. Are you leading that one?
I have 2 in that.
Okay.
I only have one.
I'll lead. I'll take that. We can just
Okay.
switch off. There you go.
So it's going to be risky and I'll say standard effect from here. Limited effect. Limited effect. That's risky.
Okay.
Since I'm leading this, my fault for forgetting, but I have the ability Commander. When you lead a
Mhm.
group roll, action gain +1 scale.
Oh, okay. Then in that case, it's going to be standard effect instead.
Yay.
Yeah.
Motherfuck.
I got a success though.
Nice pink.
Thank
So
God.
you will take 1 stress, but
Yes,
you succeed
for my fail.
as you
Okay.
grappling hook over the side, get down, scramble behind some old equipment on the floor. And you
Oh,
feel
do
a
we get
tap on your shoulder
for those?
as Misa says, "The staircase is over there behind that other patrol." Meanwhile,
Does that mean we have multiple? We have 6 gambits now.
do
We
we?
did get another gambit from that scramble
Yeah.
roll.
Yeah,
you all have been
because that was
getting
a
lots
6.
of gambits.
Oh yeah, and I got a 6 on the first one, so we
Meanwhile-
gained
Oh,
2
so we got
from that.
another.
Yeah, we cut
Yes.
to the
Okay.
boys in sub basement 1 or 2, unsure. What are you all doing
Marking it.
as they are sneaking down from the roof?
Much as I love being so close to y'all, Do we have a plan in which we are going to head to this destination?
Of course. I'm thinking, should I just run distraction? Free up the guard patrols for y'all.
I don't know. Green, how
Yeah.
them legs working?
As good as you build them.
All right. And you see he like starts stretching his legs, and you see there's like he's built in some sort of mechanism to his legs that kind of make them work a little bit faster. As I've got 3 in scramble.
Ooh.
Yo.
And
Ooh.
Green just kind of blinks, and he gets the UI lightning just in green flashes as the source turns on.
Sick.
So red distract and you all make a run for it.
It seems
I
like
like it. I like it.
Also, I saw what the alert was thanks to Mandy. Thank you, Wayward, for the $40 tip. That helps a lot.
Thanks,
Thank you so
Wayward.
much, Wayward.
Thank you,
I
Fred.
removed
As
my
always.
distress. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it. Okay. So I would say, what attribute would you say that is, Red? I would say command or no, sway probably for Red.
Probably sway. Red is just gonna walk out and head toward where he thinks the front is, and just basically try to pick a fight with the first person he sees.
So you're literally just, hello there. Right. now.
Yeah.
Straight
That's
up
what you're doing.
Obi-Wan.
Straight up, just like, actually, he's not gonna even say anything. He's just gonna walk up to the person,
Okay.
ignite his saber, and
Okay. You
see what
walk
happens.
out of the closet and you immediately see at the other end are guard patrols. They don't notice you at first, but you just kind of stroll up to them, open your plasma sword, and they like startle and then raise their blaster up and say infiltrator, and then he starts shooting at you.
As they raise their blasters to shoot at me, I will use kinetics and run around the corner trying to draw them away to open up the pathway for the fellows.
Okay. It's going to be risky, but great effect on this one. That sounds like scramble.
Copy.
the ladies.
Scramble.
All right. I'm gonna
Risky,
be quiet
but
about
great.
the.
That's a
Yeah,
success.
seriously.
The blaster shot goes wide as you run around the corner down the hallway away from this guy. However, as this happens, you realize you're trying to relay information to each other, and all of a sudden, you all get a blast of static in your ears as your
I knew it.
communicators cut off, and klaxons start sounding. Red, you get around the corner and you are confronted by several more guards with blasters at the ready. One of them down below in front, the other one's overhead. And you hear them saying, lockdown, lockdown. And that's the last thing before the communicators go crazy. Ladies up top, you see all of a sudden these turrets pop out of a few of the shipping containers and start
Oh,
scanning
motherfucker.
around in the warehouse floor. Well, I guess, oh, I just blasted myself with music. Thank you, Wavelength.
Everything cut out for us for a second
yeah.
there. There it is.
Red, they are about to shoot you.
First battle of the season.
Let's go ahead.
And while you're thinking about that, Green and
Yeah.
Indigo, you have a moment where you are free. What are you doing while Red has made this very, very big distraction?
I think we're gonna scramble like we planned, running as
we're
fast
running.
as we can towards
Okay.
the where we believe the captives are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like group scramble for you. And Red, what are you doing while this is happening?
How many guards are around me?
3 down this hallway that you've run. And this place is like, picture Severance. That's like the type of hallway we're talking about. Like that very narrow, tall, cramped together, and very windy, almost maze-like in this little basement.
Gotcha. I will use Sundering. I may
don't know
push
what that
myself.
is.
I may push myself to attune to the way and twist it, causing psychic harm to anyone in the area vulnerable to my assault. So apparently it stuns, and I can spend an extra stress to damage instead of stun. I'll just try to stun them.
Okay. So push yourself to do that, and I guess that is definitely a tune, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Position effect?
Desperate, but great effect.
I'm gonna go ahead and use a gambit. We got 6. So.
Yeah,
we
go
got-
ahead and start using
Oh,
those.
Crit. Let's go. Crit.
Crit. Okay. They go to fire, and before they can get it even off, you send this wave of energy at them, and they grip their heads and struggle for a minute, and then go down to the floor.
Red will
Thank
walk
you for
by
the raid.
them. Oh,
Welcome, Raiders.
let's go.
Welcome,
Welcome,
Raiders.
Johnny,
Raiders.
hi, friends.
Hello.
Welcome. Ladies.
Yeah.
I'm going to get to all your scramble in a moment. You all have heard this happen, and you've lost communication with the dude squad. What are you doing?
We see
Typical
those.
job.
Yeah, typical job. Shit goes wrong in the middle. We see the turrets come out. You said of the
Mhm.
containers.
Yeah, I would say
Is there
you
a
see
terminal
4 of them.
nearby?
Ooh, I would
Oh.
say
Like a control terminal?
from where you are positioned, no, but it's possible if you scouted out the area, you would be able to find one. Would you like to? I don't know if that's what attribute would that be to scout those out.
Study.
Yeah, if you want to try to study or skulk, either way, to try to find where the terminal is, you could do that, but you would have to move to find it.
Captain, we either run and hide or I try to hack those things to work for us instead. What do you think?
I think you have the ability. Why not try?
All right.
His niece says, I'm going to look for the ringleader.
Thank you. So yeah, I'm gonna study in order to see if I can find, or skulk, whatever you think is most appropriate, to see if I
I'd
can
say
find.
either one works.
My die rating is the same regardless, so
what
I'll
I will
just do
say
study.
is a failure on study will have more consequences for you getting seen, but you might get the information. A failure on skulk means you're going to focus on staying hidden, but might not find it if something goes wrong. Does that make sense? So it's kind of like how you're prioritizing. So like if you have a partial success on a skulk, you might stay hidden, but you don't find it. If you have a partial success on a study, you
You'll
might
get hit.
find it, but you get seen. That type of thing.
We're gonna do study.
Okay.
Fuck it, we ball. Is it risky standard?
It is desperate and standard.
Oh, good. Give me the XP, thank you. It's a failure.
Oh god.
We have gambits. We have so many gambits.
You tell me
I
if
forgot
you
to
would
say
like
that.
to
Right.
resist this. You go around the corner, looking, trying to find where this terminal is, and as you're going, your footsteps are just a little bit too loud, and 2 of the guards turn and see, and one of the turrets goes and turns to you, and looks like they're about to begin to open fire. Would you like to resist that?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead, which it was a study, so you resist with insight, is that right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, so I roll 3D? It's been a long time since I've had to do this.
What is your insight?
It's 3.
Then yes.
3.
I resist.
All right. What
I
is
reduce or completely avoid
Oh,
the
you
effects of the
completely
consequences.
0 stress resist. Awesome. So instead
Yes.
you realize that you can't find the terminal, and as soon as you go to where you think it is, you realize the guards are too much, and you're like, I can't risk it or I'm going to get seen. Meanwhile, in the
Okay.
basement, Green and Indigo, you realize that you are on sub-basement 2, and that room that you found is above you. But you know exactly where the staircases are, and Red's distraction and stunning has provided a perfect opportunity to get to the stairs. So you scramble down the hallway, get to the staircase, or where the staircase is, you see 2 more guards stationed there. But you are unseen for the moment. The klaxons are still going off. And at this time, you start hearing, you don't see them, but you start hearing panels opening up from above. And you believe, Indigo, you know from experience, these are probably automated turrets coming down from the ceiling.
We got a limited amount of time.
What are these guards armed with?
Heavy blasters and
Heavy
some
blasters.
of them sniper weapons.
Jesus.
All right.
Paid them well. And you said they're in front of us getting into that room?
There's 2 that are in front of the staircase that you need to go up to get to the sub-basement above you, because you're on sub-basement 2, you need to get to basement 1.
I'm basically blind because I can't really hack anything right now with the comms being out.
It is hard for you, yes. It's almost like Frank did this on purpose.
I'm so
I love a
fuck
challenge.
Could I? I'm gonna use the same trick I did in the prison. I'm going to essentially use kinetics by charging my body with the source to rush in and attack these guards before they can raise their weapons. Give them the old home run special.
Could I do something?
Yes, you may.
Could I rig Green?
To do
Oh,
what?
what are we
is the
rigging me with?
goal? What is the goal?
Welcome,
So he-
Raiders!
Welcome,
Hi,
Raiders.
friends.
Welcome, Raiders!
We're playing
He's
some
trying
Scum and
to
Villainy.
enhance the source, which I've been obsessed about.
Mhm.
I want to give them enough juice to. It's like a help action, I guess would be the term. But I also have overclock, so that's why I'm.
So you're
I'm
trying to
wondering if this will work.
overclock Green.
Mhm.
Oh, please do.
Okay, so I would
when you
say,
spend a. Okay.
I would say how I would flavor this is more just you taking a stress to assist him. Does that make sense? And giving him an extra die? Or would you actually rather do it as a setup action? I'm cool with either way.
Well, overclock, I just got to use a gambit, and then the quality
Got
is
it,
one
okay.
higher.
Okay, I get you. Okay, so yes, so you do rig, and I'm going to say it's going to be for that risky and standard effect.
Okay. I'm going to use a gambit. Success.
Okay. And then for you, Green, as with all things when you're messing with the source, it is going to be desperate, but it is going to be great effect.
Excellent. And what am I?
Scrap, I believe, since you are
Scrap.
trying to
Oh.
beat down.
Desperate. Great effects. Let me mark my desperates. But
Indigo kind of
um,
pinches at your shoulder blades and then right in the back of your spine, and you just feel like a charge as if you had a quick hit of heartburn, and then it just like spews through your entire body.
Could I? It's not a stupid use of a flashback. Could I take a flashback for an extra die?
To do what? What are you doing with the flashback to give yourself an extra die? You can just push yourself for an extra die, my dude.
Fair enough. I'll push myself. But I'm copying a move I saw in a movie once. The Raid 2. The baseball shot before I close the distance.
Okay.
Great movie.
Amazing movie.
We
got
should
this,
be
boys.
down to 4 gambits now.
Yes.
I just spent 1 and Red spent 1.
Nah. Yeah. I'll use a gambit instead of pushing myself.
Okay. So down to 3 games.
Critical success, boys!
Sweet. Do you have the ability that lets you get gambits back when you use gambits?
I do.
I was gonna say, I thought you did. So yeah, you'll get a gambit for that one even. How about you tell me how you beat these 2 guards down?
So, I start running, and when I get to the halfway point, I kick up a piece of scrap metal, and in one solid fluid swing, I just crack it with the bats right into the noggin of the first guard to stun him, close the distance, smack the other one down before I retaliate on the first fellow I hit before he can get his bearings. Just kind of clip their wings.
Awesome. Pink. Blue. You are unable to find the control panel for the turrets, but you are still unseen, working your way around this warehouse. You know that your destination is 1 level down. What are you all doing?
Big jump. Yeah,
Yeah.
might as well.
Aim for the
Might as well.
bushes?
Yeah.
No. Sorry, you're already on like the factory floor. Now you just need to go down the stairs to get to the basement. Sorry, I should have been more clear.
So, do we see the stairs from where we are, or do we need to find them?
As Misa told
I
us.
will say.
Oh, right?
I will say. Let me just fortune roll, but I think probably should see them. I'm gonna roll 3 die, and any success is yes, you can see.
We also
them.
have the plans, so we should know where they are,
Yes,
roughly.
yeah, and you know where they are even if you can't see them. Exactly. Yes, you can
okay.
see them. You would have to get by at least 1 turret, and I would say 4 guards to get there. But you could sneak. You could take them out. You could try to short circuit the turret somehow.
I
There's
could take the
many
turret out.
options.
I have no idea.
And we have 3 gambits.
Yeah, you
maybe,
wanna do
for your
this?
question. We have 3 left.
Okay.
Or no, 4 because
Okay.
Green got 1 back again.
Yes.
Because people, are people, but turret a little harder.
Mhm.
But if I put T2 into shield mode,
Hey, I'm glad you remembered our little guy.
Yeah.
of course I remember little guy.
T2.
He was a little flower
Do-
boy.
Do I think? Oh my God! Yes, he. He.
I need art of that. I'll pay you.
Done. Do I think that T2 could suppress that fire long enough for us to get past? If not, I have another idea.
Could suppress the people, but the turret is not going to care much about suppressing fire. But could he suppress the people? Yes, T2 could probably lay down suppressing fire for the people. But if you did...
No, I mean as in like,
Oh,
if
you're gonna
I'm going to
shield
shield mode
yourself from
him.
the
Oh,
turret.
block all.
It is
Yes.
possible. It would be difficult. Meaning limited effect and desperate. If we're putting that in
T2 is a
roll
tier
terms.
3.
All right.
There's 4 of them, and they're tier 4. So, like I said, it's difficult but not impossible. So I'd say desperate limited on your scramble.
May I do a trick shot?
Sure. What are you going to trick shot?
I would like to Captain America that shit. And fucking throw the shield.
It's like hitting wombats back home.
That's awesome. Yes, you
Because
can do.
his bounces off
Is
of
your
it
goal
like
to
rivals.
to knock down one of the turret, knock down the people and the turrets? How much of a trick shot are you going for?
Big money trick shot.
So you're just trying to bowling pin them. Okay, I'm gonna say
Yeah.
This is desperate.
This shit gonna bounce off of each other.
Desperate and limited effects. You can push yourself to increase the effect.
Oh, of course
if you
I will.
like. I assume you would.
Yeah.
So in that case, it
No
would
doubt.
be desperate and standard effect. So make sure you take the 2 stress to push yourself, and that's definitely scrap. While doing that, Pink, seeing that Blue's lining up for this, what are you doing?
She lining up for
Helping?
a
Just
shot.
taking that opportunity to scramble to the stairs? What are you doing while Blue is getting set to do that?
No, I'm standing by my captain. What are you talking about? I want to help in some way in whatever this awesome trick shot insanity is. And I'm wondering if using something as a distraction can help.
Yeah. If you wanted to distract the guards to make this trick shot a little bit easier, I would allow it. How would you like to distract the guards?
I think I would. Oh my god, your name throws me off every time, Dan. I think I would want to like throw something to make a sound so that they all are like looking maybe the opposite direction of where she's gonna throw the shield,
I get
so
you.
that they're not looking at what's coming at them. So like throw
Definitely.
something that makes a little noise that makes them go, "What was that?"
Yeah, there's definitely
Right when
like-
she's about to do it.
There's definitely
Because they're
like,
not gonna run immediately.
Yeah, there's some factory equipment that you're just sitting by. You can throw that as a distraction. So I would just say
Yeah, I throw like a wrench or a rock or something I pick up, like whatever
I
whatever
wouldn't
might be on the
even
ground,
need
like a piece
a
of
roll
scrap.
for that. I would just
kind
say
of
you
boop.
can assist. So just like take a stress to assist for
Yes,
that, and
okay.
then Momo get an extra die for your roll.
Can she
So-
also use a gambit if I'm assisting?
Why not?
Yes.
So yeah, gambit, and then
separate.
she's pushing herself for better
Yeah.
position, and then the assist. So it's going to be desperate, standard effect, but you should have 2 bonus die, not 3. 1 from the assist and 1 from the gambit.
Already get one from having my wrecking
Okay,
ability.
so 3
So
bonus
I'm
die.
plus. Yes.
You got this.
Believe in you, Captain.
Come on, Captain.
Please.
Captain.
Easy.
Okay. Okay. Would
No
we
whammies,
say
no
that this is a? Would we say this is a group role?
No, no,
A group
no.
action?
She's assisting. She's assisting.
Okay.
Good hustle, though. Good hustle.
You already
good
have
hustle.
5 dice, 6
Crit.
dice.
Oh my god, the Marcos.
That's a 666, baby.
Let's
I will let
go.
you can narrate.
The
how this
Winchesters
happens,
are coming.
Momo. How does Blue take down these 3, or at least like hit these 3 guards? Not saying she's gonna kill them all. How does she hit these 3 guards with the shield and the turret? Explain. I would love. The floor
Okay.
is yours.
What can
And,
I say?
Pink, you can talk about. You can add your distraction into this descriptor as well.
Well, do you want to start with your distraction?
Yeah, I think I see what you're lining up for. And we do that thing that we do where we
Well,
look at each other. We don't have to have a
eyeball?
conversation. We just
Mhm.
know. And I see like there's a discarded wrench on the ground because this is a factory. And I pick it up, like one of those small ones. I pick it up and I chuck it to make noise. They all turn and go, "What was that?" And you immediately throw.
Yes, that's perfect. So while she's
Yeah.
throwing they have the look, the wrench goes, T2 starts to do a little transform, and she does a nice little reach behind the shoulder. We call that a good throw in disc golf.
Yeah.
I know you played your share of disc golf.
A little rip from behind, and she lets it go. It flies straight into the turret first.
Okay.
Right at where I imagine the neck of the gun, like, kind of
Yeah.
attaches into the turret.
Mm-hmm.
Does a nice little ping,
Mm-hmm.
bounces off into, if these guards are wearing helmets, the
Yes,
helmet
they
of the
are.
next,
Mm-hmm.
and truly like a little ping pong ball, just pop, pop, pop.
So yeah, you knock the turret off of its like
Slay.
rotor, I
Slay.
guess you'd call it, and it flies off, falling useless to the ground. The first guard goes down, like unconscious in a heap. The other two get hit in the head, not knowing what's happening. They take cover. They just start laying down, suppressing fire, not really knowing what's happening. You take this opportunity to scramble into the staircase.
Yes.
I'm envisioning after that, T2 gets up and he's just dizzy, like, oh.
Yeah, and you pick up
He does a
T2
little
off of the
wobble.
ground and says,
I love that.
"Nice job, boss. Friend.
So cute. Scoop, and we running.
You're really good at that now."
You did great,
We're
T2.
Running.
Girly
you
squad's
all-
efficient.
Girly
Boy
squad is
at
so
the
efficient.
bottom. Red, you have incapacitated those three. You're able to hear your friends and the source charging up from down the hallway as they have gone up the staircase. From further within this floor, you hear other guards start running to try to catch up to them or you. But you're clear for the moment. You could get to the staircase to join your friends, no problem, or you could stay to deal with the reinforcements that are coming. The choices are yours. But you also know that there's probably more on basement 1. What would you like to do?
I'm assuming we know, since we have the schematics, we know where like the generator room is.
Yes.
Can I go to the generator room? Is that
Generator
on the
room
floor?
is
that I'm
on this floor, and yes, you can. In fact, you
Excellent.
believe that the guards are coming from that general direction.
Perfect. Then I will head in to the fray.
And are you just confronting and slashing? Is that the idea? Or are you going to try to do it non-lethally, I assume, since that is the way?
I am going to use. I'm going to basically get us sneak up on them as best I can quickly, and then use kinetics to basically rush through them, like Flash, Superman style, just bust through them to get to the generator room.
Okay. I am going to say, how many guards? I need a fortune roll. Let me see how many they have in here. Oof.
Is that bad or good?
No,
They
it's
have
bad.
6 coming towards you.
I know a thing.
This
Can't
is
hit what
the
you can't see.
You
This is
got
the same
this.
guy that took out a whole ship.
So
remember?
you're going to use kinetics to try to just whiz past them?
Just charge through them.
So I'm going to say that's going to be desperate and limited effect.
All right. Scramble, desperate, limited. I'll use a Gambino.
Yes.
So that puts us down to 2.
Partial.
So as you are going by, you manage to get by them, but you see that they actually are able to react fast enough to catch you on the way going by them, and several of them shoot their blaster shots into you, and you would need to take level 3 harm, riddled with blaster shots. Would you like to resist
Can I
that?
use? Yeah, can I use my way shield
You
to
can.
block blaster
to block
bolts?
them.
Okay.
You can. Go ahead and
Oh.
resist.
All right. 5.
Okay,
Ooh.
so
One
yeah, you
stress.
resist and you only take 1 stress. Are you gonna take a stress to redirect or no?
No, I'm not gonna
Okay,
redirect.
so yeah, instead you manage to completely avoid the blaster fire by using your plasma sword, deflecting all of them, and go by them and get to the room. Inside, you see 3 engineers just working on their terminals, who now look at you terrified and panicking. We will go ahead.
Red just stares them directly in their eyes and says, "Get out!" And as soon as they start to move, tosses a detonator in.
We do have detonators.
You do. just add that to your payload, which you probably already have, knowing Andrew.
Already
because
did.
This is probably your plan. I know you. I don't remember what the role is, if there is a role for detonators, because there's not a rec in this game.
There's not a roll. I will check though.
Is there? What's the description of detonator on? Let me see.
Extremely
Okay,
deadly
yeah.
explosive weapon. It's
No
a
role,
weapon.
nothing necessary.
Yeah.
Yeah. Holy shit. Yeah, you do that, and I suppose you run out of the room as soon as you do this.
I won't hang around.
You leave. The guards that went by you, they'll start coming through at you this way, but then the detonator goes off, and they hit the deck as a massive explosion goes off. And I need to check the structural integrity of this place.
It's fair.
That might be a slightly bigger oopsie daisy.
Nah,
I'm
it's
starting
good.
a clock.
It's good.
This clock is called building collapses, and I'm ticking it 3 times.
Regular Tuesday.
Yeah.
How many
it's another
ticks on
day.
the clock is this?
This is a 6-tick
Er-
clock that I'm ticking 3 times.
Okay.
Oh.
Told y'all we gotta get a move on.
Meanwhile, and I know Mandy has to AFK, so I'll go to Green and Indigo first. You get to the staircase, you go up, and there's pandemonium on this floor, but you see ready is a turret aimed at the doorway, as well as 6 guards in a front row of 3 and a back row of 3 with their blasters trained. You can see this because there's just like, you know how in like staircases there's like the little glass rectangle so that you can see out into the hallway. You see them there just waiting for you, and as soon you manage to do it without them seeing you, but as soon as you go through, you know that they are going to be opening fire. What do you do?
Okay, so the door to the staircase, does it open inwards towards us or outwards towards them?
Ooh. Which way do you want it to open towards? An unfortunate roll.
I want it to open inwards.
Okay. 4 through 6, you get your way. 1 through 3, you do not.
We win these. Let's go.
All right. It does.
Excellent. I'm going to take the linchpin out of all the hinges. And now we have a shield.
Oh, that's great. Okay.
Oh,
I
wow.
love that. So that sounds like
That's
rig.
sick.
I'm going to say it's risky and standard effect. The risk is if they hear you doing this, they may decide to charge the door.
And I...
Want
Perhaps...
me to do it?
Mayhaps... Yeah, I'm going to ask you to do it.
I
I'll
see you
hold the
starting to
door-
get the door, trying to get the door up, and my middle finger just flips off, and you see a torch just light off.
Yeah, I was going to say, don't you have tools specifically for this, Indigo?
I do.
believe.
I do. Yeah.
It's still going to be risky, but I believe your tools will give you increased effect, yes?
Okay. Yes. So
And
what do you
I
want?
think so,
I-
if I'm remembering correctly.
If he's doing it, can I assist him then?
You can. So take a
Excellent.
stress to assist, Indigo add an extra
Oh,
die,
that's
and
fine.
instead this would be a risky and great effect.
Gucci.
That extra die. Success. You get a gambit back.
You do. You
Let's
manage
go.
to very quietly, up to 3 gambits again, very quietly take the hinges off, and you now have a door to act as a shield.
Excellent. And I'm going to hold it and brace it with one arm so that Indigo can, like, shoot around me.
Want me shooting? Oh no.
You want to carry this door?
I mean, it looks pretty heavy, but you don't want me shooting, son.
Alright, fine. You carry it. Fuck, I'll shoot him.
So I'm going to say this is what is
I running
scramble? Scramble
them?
as a
Okay.
setup, and then green scrap.
Okay.
So for your scramble, I'm going to say it's controlled and standard, and then based on the results of this, we'll see what the scrap is.
All right. And this is the room to.
You're in the right floor now, and you need to get down the hallway to get to the chop shop, as it were.
Okay, I'm gonna. Oh, and Indigo doesn't know it's a chop shop. Oh my god, he's gonna lose his shit. I'm gonna use a gambit.
Okay. Down to 2. Critical success. Green. Because of that, Indigo has a very firm hold on this door. It's sturdy enough that it actually deflects blaster shots, and you are in little to no danger by firing. So your scrap is going to be controlled, but there are 6 guards, so it's still going to be limited effect, but it is controlled. You are in very little risk.
Roll limited. Let me just see here. I would like to spend a gambit.
Okay.
Let me see.
Guys, I just want to say, I have missed this group so much.
Dude,
All
we're
of
so
these
back,
jobs are
dude.
so fucking cool.
back.
Every single time you come up
What
with
can we
like the
say?
most
We're cool.
creative ways to get through these jobs. Doesn't matter what I throw at you. I love it so much.
And because I'm spending a gambit, I get to use the second half of Wrecking Crew, where whenever I spend a gambit in combat, I gain +1 effect on the action.
Okay, so instead of limited effect, it will be standard effect.
That is a success.
Nice.
Indigo holding this door. You go down the hallway. Bang, bang. 2 of them drop. They start returning fire. Just gets deflected off the door. I would just say I would love to get a group scramble roll for you to try to get around them down the proper hallway to get to the room you need to go to. And feel free, in addition to that green, you can take additional shots if you want to, and it would be the same position and effect.
So we have to go down the proper hallway. Is it like an L bend
Yes,
sort of thing?
you nailed it,
Okay.
yes.
So coming up, we'd have to take the turn while they're still firing at us.
Yes.
Okay. If that's the case, I would like to use the source flavored kinetics to take the door from Indigo and thrust it down the hall at them.
So that would be your shots. I
Yeah.
just throw a door at them.
Fucking why not?
So
Well, once
yeah,
we have
that
like the
is-
clear shot to the side hallway, basically.
That is so
like a
with
big-
kinetics, I would say that makes it easier. So that would be risky but great effect.
Excellent. And that's a scrap.
Scrap.
And I'm doing scramble again.
Yes,
Or-
and then you all need to do a group scramble.
Yeah.
Okay.
Since I got the gambit back for the crit for the
For the success.
I got-
Yeah, I
for the
forget. You just-
success, I
Gambit
will-
machine. God, Scoundrel
I
is
am.
so crazy in this game.
I fucking
What's
love 'em.
your stress at, bud?
I have 1 stress.
Okay. Either of us can do this group. I don't care who could.
Yeah. I will. Hang on. What do you have for scramble?
I have 3.
3. Okay. If you have 3, you have 3 in scramble. I only have 1. Do you want to lead
Okay.
the scramble then?
I'll lead.
Okay, perfect. And I'll just roll regular. For
Partial.
partial.
Okay. Thinking. Okay. And what was the scrap?
Oh, hang on. The scrap is gonna be. That's the one I'm the die for. Risky, great effect.
Risky and great
Success.
effect. Okay, yeah. You throw the door.
Okay.
You don't kill them, obviously, but it goes at them. A few of them drop their weapons. They hit the deck. You run down the hallway. They aren't in position to fire back at you. But you get into the room. You open it, and you see. Ooh, I need to describe him. Give me a minute. Sorry, Craig. You see a human holding a large blaster to the head of Speeder, alone in the room, otherwise with 2 other guards who have their weapons trained on the door. You see Bar Hazook and you see other members of Conclave 01 bound in the room. And he just says, "Stop." What do you do?
I think Indigo would look to Speeder.
They look terrified. You have never seen them actually look this scared. I'm going to cut away for a moment to go to red. And then we will go to blue and pink. Red, you go back down the hallway. Those guards that you whizzed past are now are on the ground, have hit the deck. Are you going past them to get to your friends, I assume?
Yes, Red's gonna run past them and try to secure an exit for the team.
How are you
So
going
if
to do
that's-
that? Via plasma sword? Out a wall or
Yes.
something? Okay.
Yeah, honestly, in the HVAC system, is that an outer wall or no? Like where we came in
At a
into
certain
that
point,
closet?
it would get to an outer wall, yes.
He'll go back to the closet and get to work. Close the door and try to get to work on cutting open a big hole.
Okay, I'm gonna say just make a rig or scrap. Either way.
Scrap it up. Critical
Well,
success.
okay, I'm just gonna
Plus a
speed
gambit.
the speed at which you do it. Oh man, you all are rolling Yahtzee.
The rolls have been
The
crazy.
balls have been rolling.
Meanwhile,
So
if I could
back.
go to Eden and Pink, you all have
Yes.
snuck into. Also, Mandy, is everything okay? Do you need to go? I just want to check.
I think he's okay for now. Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say if you need to leave,
Yeah.
it's totally okay. Yeah. You all are in the hallway, the staircase above, and similar to the situation before with Green and Indigo, there's a turret trained on the door, and 6 guards aimed at the door at the bottom of the staircase. What do you do?
Well, the building's already going down, right?
Probably yes.
Us at the end of every
And yes,
session.
you
Well, the
heard a
building's
loud
going down.
explosion come from below you that shook the factory floor and was
The building was
very-
coming down.
I got
I love how you're all
questions.
just like totally used to things like building collapsing in our games.
Mhm,
Like
mhm.
it's nothing new. That's first season
Um,
stuff.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
come
say,
on.
Frank,
It's just a
Sorry,
building.
does
Sorry,
it
how many
knock
guards?
the power out to the turrets or lights or anything?
Oh wait, the generator's off now.
That's right.
Thanks
That's
for
what I was
the
worried about.
Yeah. Do we have
Yes!
communicators back as well?
Thank you, everyone. That is a Frank's bad. Red, yes.
Let's go,
Your
team.
communicators do come back, and the turrets are slumped and offline. In addition, yes, the lights are off, and there's just red emergency lighting that are in the hallways at this time.
That's my
Okay,
calling
and
card.
how many-
Good call, Momo. I
All right.
apologize
How
for
many
missing
guards? How many guards are in front of Blue and I?
that. 6.
6.
They seem to be in squads of 6, if you've noticed the trend.
Pink looks at Blue, pulls out detonator.
She just does like a little teeny smile, like, go ahead.
I'm gonna do what Pink apparently does best at this point in the campaign, and
shoot.
Throwing bombs.
pull out a detonator, and yeet it at the squad of 6.
So I'd say that's scrap, probably. And I'm gonna
I'm not a doctor. I'm a combat medic. I'm a push myself.
So I'm gonna say
It's a
that's gonna
factory.
be controlled and great effect. You're
Oh
not.
wait,
in
I
much
have a
danger.
gambit. We have gambits left. Do we have gambits left, or did you use them while I
We
was
have
gone?
plenty of gambits. You still got 4
we got 'em
left, 'cause
back.
These guys
I
roll
used-
like crazy.
Oh wait, I only have 1 die in scrap.
That's fine. Use a gambit. You can push yourself. But you're
Yeah,
using.
let's
I have
fuck
a
it.
doctor, not a ... So doesn't that give you 3 dice?
Yes.
Okay. Just take the 2 stress, and then you can use a gambit too.
All right. Hell yeah. Did I do that right?
Oh my god, you did! That's crazy that almost failed. What in the
Ooh.
world?
Holy hell.
Wow.
So, sorry,
Six-
chat. She rolled a
6
4
dice.
and then a 2 and 4 threes. So that's crazy.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. Bless
Three's my
the
lucky
gods.
number, just not in this game.
So yeah,
Real.
you actually put your hand out to throw the detonator. You actually take a blaster shot to the hand while you're doing it. I just need you
That's
to
fine.
take level 1 harm blaster shot to the hand. And a few of the guards scramble to get out of the way of the other.
Would we
because-
say this triggers my moral compass?
What is read moral compass out for me?
When you do the right thing, it costs yourself mark XP.
Yo!
I'm protecting my captain.
Hang on.
Thank
I
you.
think this has a more in-depth definition, but I'm gonna say yes for now. Yes, mark XP. I'm gonna look it up more. I believe that
Okay.
yeah, it just has to be a real cost, and which getting shot in the hand is. So yes, I'm gonna say yeah.
Okay.
I'll look it up more later.
Okay, shot. So my wound is shot hand.
Yes, blasted
Okay.
hand.
Shot.
Blasted.
Sorry, I just noticed Craig.
What? What's wrong?
You're
I don't
having
notice
a
a
big.
damn thing.
I knew it was coming, but
He's
it's
having
still
a big
fucking
look.
funny.
He's just
What?
having a big look. That's all. Big
What are y'all talking
stare.
about?
Exactly.
3 of the guards are able to scramble away by stepping the other one, but 3, trigger warning, Viscera, 3, 2, 1, are literally blown apart, and you see blood,
Be
guts,
like
and
that.
limbs fly out, painting the walls with the charred remains of the shrapnel that goes out, and the blood and guts coming from them. The other 3 run away down the hallway, and you're able to get out. You also can hear somewhere below a plasma sword cutting, and then you hear down the hallway further stop.
Doris music.
And we cut back to Indigo in front of Speeder.
Ah!
Indigo, in his mechanical eye, is his thermal. What is this called? Vision enhancing goggle.
Thermal imager.
Thermal imager. So you can see thermal, ultraviolet, and magnification. Is there anyone that he can't see in this room?
No, you can see everyone that's in the room.
Okay. With the destruction of the generator, does he get basically does he feel like he could hack anything in here?
You would have to connect analogly, but yes, but that would be difficult to do given the situation.
In this situation. Okay. Yeah, then in that case, you said it's red flashing lights, right?
Yes.
I think so. Then he would detach his arm as a sign of he's not going to be doing any hacking. Place it on the ground, but that's going to be hidden for Leon to be able to sneak off and away from him.
Very clever. I'm going to say that's sway.
Way,
for-
not skulk.
I'll accept skulk. I'm going to say that is controlled and standard effect.
I would like to use a gambit.
Go ahead. That'll put us down to 2.
Don't do anything that you'll regret. It looks like you don't have many options left.
critical success. And you hear... Wait, do I have the sound effect ready still? I think I do. Yeah. Leon, scramble away with your arm. Go down a hallway. At the same time... I need to change music for this one. A moment. Red. You hear... And you get transported in the blackness and see Ismisa. And she just takes a deep breath and says... Can I kill him?
Red just responds with, in order to save lives, yes.
Over the comms at some point during this conversation, you
Mhm.
hear, did anybody find any artifacts down there?
You hear Misa.
Because you guys had that conversation through the way. I didn't hear none of that.
Yeah. You hear Misa actually respond on the comms. No. And I would know. Leon, scramble,
Okay.
scramble, 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 scramble. And you see him say, I'll do it. Get out of this room. And your significant other will live to see another day.
Saying that to Indigo.
Yeah.
Indigo, one-armed, looks to Green. You heard the man.
Yeah. Whatever.
And we start backing out of the room.
Guns. Throw your blasters down.
All right. He puts down the blaster.
I'm unarmed. Sorry.
It's at this time, Indigo, you feel your arm connect with a system terminal somewhere. What are you trying to hack? What are you trying to do?
What is... So the turrets were attached to the...
The power that is now cut.
Right.
There is emergency
there's-
power for the lights. There might be enough power for you to hack something, but it would be more difficult at this point with the generator offline, but not impossible.
The only thing I think Indigo's interested in is making things easier for Ismisa.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of red flashing lights, he's seen red do work in the dark. So I think he
Mhm.
just shuts them all off.
Yep. The lights go out, and you hear the sound of the air warping, and then metal crunching, and then you see a red plasma sword go directly through, and a gasp as the red light that's coming off of Ismisa's plasma sword is going straight through the man's chest. She kicks him off of it and then immediately swings and decapitates the two guards next to them. And then she goes speeder to check on her.
Immediately, Indigo also runs over there. The speeder
They look up.
kind of pushes his Misa out the way.
Yeah, they look up and Speeder says, and they look dazed, like almost like a human coming out of a coma. That's not what happened to them, but that's like what it looks like. And they say, "I knew you would come for me."
Why would I ever let an angel down?
And I think that is a good place for us to leave off this episode, everyone. We'll find out what this chop shop operation was, what the damage is to Conclave 1, and what else there is for the crew to do while they are on this toxic wasteland of a planet next week. We are off for Ashes of the Lost this week, but we'll be back with Ignite Recall on next Tuesday. Please join our Discord, discord.gg/MagicRPG, to talk about this episode and all episodes, along with figuring out our Dune obsession, and if you are Team Atreides or Team Harkonnen. And if you have enjoyed the show, please drop a follow or a subscription, and leave a tip. It pays for the wonderful artists like Momo, who did the wonderful art of the mystery villain that you saw in the opening. Who they are, where they're coming from, I don't know, but probably going to happen soon. Thank you all so much. It was really great to get this crew back. I know I lost it in the middle of the job. You all, the vibes and the chemistry of this squad is just peak. 5-player games are usually hard, but for some reason it just works with you all. It's so good to be back on this show. It feels like you guys were made to play this system, and I think this is quickly becoming my favorite Forge in the Dark system, honestly. The jobs are just so good in this. So thank you all. We will be back in 1 week, and we'll see you all again soon.
Thanks,
Bye,
everyone. Have a good
everyone.
night.
Have a good
Bye,
night. Thanks,
everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.